Dear friends, good morning. In the last class, we have learned symmetrical configuration of single-phase full converter and asymmetrical configuration of single-phase full converter. Then, how one can do that simulation based on this asymmetrical configuration, and we have seen the output voltage and the current waveform. So in this lecture, I am going to explain the three-phase full converter firing, how we have to give the firing pulses to the three-phase full converter. So before going to the MATLAB, let me explain the concept of, I hope before you go through this MATLAB simulation, this video, let me please understand what is meant by zero crossing, what is meant by crossover point, everything in the three-phase full converter. Then only you can easily understand whatever I am explaining in MATLAB simulation. So in this three-phase full converter, normally we have three phases. This is R phase. Then we can write it in this different color so that you can easily understand. R phase, then Y phase, then B phase. We have three phases of 120-degree displacement. This is B phase. Now, this is our R phase, this is our Y phase, this is our B phase. Then this resultant, this is opposite of this B phase, we can call here, this is minus B phase. Then opposite of this one is called here minus R phase. Then opposite of Y phase, you can call this as minus Y phase. Now the resultant vector of these two, we can write it as, we can draw this line as voltage across R, RB, R phase line voltage. Then the resultant of these two, we have voltage of then this is minus P, YP. Then similarly we have to draw this parallelogram, and we can have this resultant as YR. Then we have this resultant is just opposite of RB, is nothing but VR. Then similarly, this is the resultant vector. Just opposite of this is nothing but VR. Then similarly, the last vector is, this is the case RY. So this is the three-phase waveform. So now we are connecting this three-phase full converter like this. We have six switches, thyristors. We have 6 switches thyristor, and here we will connect to the resistive load or whatever may be the load. This is your R phase, Y phase will be connected here, then R B phase will be here. So we can write R, Y, B. Then these thyristors we can number for easiest way T1. Odd numbers are here, upper ramps, and the T3 plus 3 6, T1 plus 4 3 4, then remaining T2. So this is how we have drawn the three-phase full converter. So now If you say this angle is called as 30 degree, then this angle is called as 60 degree. So when this R phase, so when we have a three-phase waveform, we have one first phase, we have second phase, then we have here third phase will come. So this angle is called as 30 degree. This is called as crossover point. Before this angle, even though if we give firing pulse also, anode current of the forthcoming thyristors will be below the holding current. You cannot therefore turn on the thyristor. So that is why already we know the basics. Three-phase full converter, we have to take alpha as the reference, not from 0, reference from 30 degree due to the crossover point. So now this R phase is started here. After 30 degree, we can fire the firing pulses of thyristor T1. So already we know R phase positive, thyristor T1 here it is connected. Then Y phase positive, thyristor T3 is connected. Then B phase positive, thyristor T5 is connected. Then B phase negative, thyristor T2 is connected. Then R phase negative, thyristor T4 is connected. Then Y phase negative, T6 is connected. So these two are line voltages RYB. In this region, thyristor T1 and T2 has to conduct. Thyristor T1 is an upcoming thyristor to turn on. Thyristor T2 is already in the conducting state of this Y phase negative. Similarly, this YB is nothing but T1, T2. Then here we have T2 and T3. T3 and T3 will T3 is in the positive arms, T2 in the negative arms will conduct. Then in this region, TYB is nothing but T3 and T4. T3 in the positive half cycle and T3 in the positive arm, T4 in the negative arm will conduct. Similarly, BR, we have T4, T5. T5 in the positive and T4 in the negative upper arm and T4 in the negative arms will conduct. Then BR is nothing but T5 B phase positive is T5 and R phase negative is C6. T3, T4, T5 and BR is B phase negative, B phase positive T5, then R phase. This is, I think, sorry, this is a mistake. So this is not BR. We have to write this as PY. E phase positive, Y phase negative T6. Then RY is nothing but again T6, T1. This is how we are conducting. This is thyristor will start to conduct. So now, as like I already told you, zero crossing will not help you to switch on the thyristor. Only it has to go beyond the crossover point. So crossover point of every phase will start from 30 degree. When we already know from this vector, this is the 30 degree. Even though R phase is positive here, after 30 degree only line voltage can be we can be positive, more positive. So that now accordingly, if we can write T1, we have to give the firing pulse at 30 degree plus alpha. Then alpha whatever may be from 0 to 180 degree you can give T1. Then T2 when it will conduct, this is the T2 region, line voltage T2 region, when it will conduct 60 plus 30 degree, 60 plus 30 degree, this is 60 plus 30 degree. So what happened? 30 degree is common plus 60 plus alpha, thyristor T2 will conduct. Then similarly T3, 30 plus T3 is nothing but 30 plus 60 plus 60. So we can write 30 plus 120 degree plus alpha. See here this place, T3 will be here. So this is already that is 60 degree. Already we know this is 60 degree. Therefore 60 plus 60 plus 30 from this reference. Reference is here. So that's why 30 plus 120 plus alpha. Then T4 which will conduct at 30 again 60 degree. So we have 120 plus 60, 190 degree plus alpha. Then T5 will conduct here. So again 60 degree. So 190 plus 60, 240. So 30 plus 240 plus alpha. This is the firing angle we have to give. Then T6, you can write T6 instead of going this entire thing. Here, this is the T6 will start from here. So from this 0, this is minus 30. So this minus 30 plus alpha. So we can write minus 30 plus alpha T6 will conduct, or otherwise what we have to do, 60 plus 60, what happened, 30 plus 240 plus 60, again nothing but 300 degree. So 300 degrees, so minus 360, so we will have minus 30 plus alpha, otherwise minus 60 degree plus minus 30 degree plus alpha. Then in this MATLAB file, just I am substituting this all value. Let me please remember, if you have a pen, you can note down by paper. T1 equal to 30 plus alpha, T2 equal to 30 plus 60 plus alpha, T3 is equal to 30 plus 120 plus alpha, T4 equal to 30 plus 180 plus alpha, T5 equal to 30 plus 240 plus alpha, then T6 equal to minus 30 plus alpha, otherwise 30 plus 300 plus alpha. Why I am splitting this here? If you substitute directly alpha alone, it is changes. Automatically you can do the simulation very fast. Now let me take this simulation file. In this simulation file, if you see here, this is T1, this is T3, this is T5, then this is T2, this is T4, this is T6, and this is T2. So I can write here better. This is T1, and this is nothing but T3, and this is nothing but P5. Then here this is will be T4, and this will be T6, and this will be T2. So this is the waveform. So firing pulse I have given. Already I have explained to you how to give the firing pulses through the pulse generator. 50 Hz frequency. So 1 by 50 period is the 0.02. Pulse width I am choosing 30 to 10% we can choose. So now here 30 plus 0 degree. Now this is firing angle, alpha is equal to 0 degree. Therefore 30 plus 0 into 0.02 divided by 360. Already I have told you for 360 degree 0.02. Therefore for particular angle, into 0.02 divided by 360. So 30 plus 60, 30 plus 0 T1. Then T2 is here. T2 is again we have already done 30 plus 60 plus alpha 0. Then T3 again T30 plus 120 plus alpha, I have 0 I have given. Then T4 we can have pulse generator 30 plus 190 plus alpha is 0. Then T5 is 30 plus 240 plus alpha. Then T6 is nothing but minus 30 plus alpha. So this is the firing angle, firing pulse which we have given. Then three phase I have given this ROB sequence, peak amplitude of 325, frequency is 50 Hz. Then Y phase, just I have changed here phase angle minus 120 degree. Then B phase plus 120 degree. This is the firing pulse. Resistance I have given 100 ohm resistance. Let me run the simulation for 0.08. That means 4 cycles. If you see the waveform, so only I am choosing this waveform of 3-phase voltage and current. 3-phase voltage and current. So let me change this file to 2. So now this is the voltage I have connected. Then this is the current which you have connected. Then if you run the simulation, we have firing, and initially you have a zero, that simulation error. This zero will start from here. If you see here, for example, if you run the simulation for let me take this simulation from 0.2 to 0.4 is one cycle. If you take this 0.2 to 0.4, you can see here 0.2, 1 half, this is half, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then remaining half. So 6 pulses are there. That is why 6 pulse convert. 6 pulses. Output will have a 6 pulses. 3-phase you can see 4. Single phase you can see 4 pulses. So this is 6 pulses. If you take one cycle, once again I am showing from 0.0 to 0.4, one cycle. So 0.02 is here half, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, again half. So half plus half 1. So 6 pulses. Similarly, current also 6 pulses. So if you connect one capacitor here, by increasing the value, you can reduce this, make it as this voltage is constant, current also constant without ripple. When compare with the 3-phase full converter, a single phase converter, full converter having output power also more. Then similarly, we can reduce less capacitor to reduce the ripples of the circuits, whatever you know already. Then let me check now firing angle. Now I am giving to firing angle 30 degree. So this is 30 degree I am giving here instead of 0. Then all the waveforms I am giving here 30 degree. So what happened when instead of the previous case, see output voltage having output voltage start to reduce. There is a firing angle cutting is there. Then if I take it as 60 degree firing angle instead of 30, 60 degree. We already know continuous conduction and discontinuous conduction of 3-phase full converter. If alpha is greater than 60 degree, discontinuous conduction. Alpha is less than 60 degree, continuous conduction. You can see here from this case, this study. So now let me run the simulation again. See here, output voltage when compare with previous, output voltage come down to 0, then again start to 0. Then again if I give the firing angles further, there is having a discontinuity in the output voltage waveform. That also you can see here. Instead of 60, I am giving now the firing pulses of 80. Maybe you can give to 120 also. Instead of 60, I am giving 80 firing pulse. So we can see here also 60 is changed to 80. Then this also changed to 80. Then again this firing pulse also changed to 80. Now if you run this simulation, we have the firing pulses of discontinuity will be there. Discontinuity will see, this is the waveform of here, the discontinuity space will be there. Then if we connect here one inductive load, already we know RL load, what happened that negative voltage will appear across this output voltage. See here, this output voltage will appear, negative voltage will be here, negative voltage is coming, so accordingly till that current will be flowing through this circuit. Then again some discontinuity will be there. So likewise we can analyze three-phase full converter. We already know three-phase full converter, if the firing angle is less than 60 degree, continuous conduction. If the firing angle is greater than 60 degree, discontinuous conduction. So then till 60 degree, even though load resistance have the inductive load is there, there is no negative sinks in the output voltage. But once the discontinuity will start, if the inductive load is there, automatically negative sinks in the output voltage. So till the negative sinks, we will have a positive current. So this is what I want to conclude today. I hope you can understand the simulation. Wish you all the best. Thank you.